Hello and welcome to Workout Everyday, day number 15. Now, today I went to the gym very early morning with my girlfriend, but I think they have a pretty strict no recording policy. So I'm like, you know what, or whatever. Guess I'm going to talk about flexibility on my way home. So I want to do a bit of stretching, limber my body up. And guys, I am super duper tight. Like, I very much need to organize myself. And kind of right now, I'm kind of just doing whatever I want day to day, very lazily going through things. But ideally, right, I made a promise to myself that I would try and do 15 minutes of stretching per day, right? So I guess this is a good time for me to just talk about what's ideal. Like, what do I actually need to be doing in terms of my training? Well, in each training session, I generally have like one or two core exercises to do. So there's that. And then there's also your flexibility each day, which is about 15 minutes. So like that put together, that's already like 20 minutes of a training session, right? Um, and then I have like the regular training, which about 3 to 4 times a week is just full body training. And that kind of summarizes what my routine really is like. And then, of course, on my off days, I have like accessory movements, cardio mostly, and hopefully a focus on breakdance training. But I've been kind of all over the place, literally just trying to survive, guys. Like, just trying to get myself to do the most basic of exercise. But this morning was good. We hit the gym, we lifted weights. It felt pretty nice. So we're gonna be going to a different gym soon, so I'll actually be able to record footage there. Anyhow, today, what happened? What was I doing? Well, as you can see, I'm doing some stretches. Okay, guys, my splits are horrendous. They are so bad, and my hamstrings are a very, very big weak point in terms of flexibility for me. So I gotta fix that, guys. I saw a video of somebody do a pancake stretch the other day, and that seemed like a magic trick. I'm like, that's not real. So you can see me here trying to stretch out, and I'm just like, what the heck is going on? I touch my back, it's like rolled up. I look like an armadillo, and I'm confused why my back isn't flat. And I think it's because my hips aren't able to get wide enough. I'm really not sure. So, investigating the pancake stretch, that's something I'm going to have to do. There's a lot of different types of flexibility I'm going to need to get good at. So, the 15 minutes a day thing is kind of just a non negotiable for how inflexible I currently am. And I'm going to start taking that seriously and kind of update you guys very gradually on what things I'm aiming to do. I mean, my goal within like 15 minutes of stretching is to do maybe three body parts if possible, two to three. And my goal for stretching, and the reason, by the way, that I have 15 minutes per body parts, each day, is I'm looking to do about 5 minutes of stretching per body part. And I feel like that's possible through that particular setup. And I just watching this one video, some guy talking about research papers backing like to get optimal flexibility, it's good to hit 5 minutes per muscle group, which is my reasoning behind that. Anywho, okay, um, I've noticed in my training, right, that like when I'm very very stiff, it's like you don't know what you're missing until you've gained it. You know what I mean? Like I feel inflexible. I feel like when I land from a jump that I'm not as springy as I could be. You know what I mean? And it's kind of ripe for me to get injury now, right? Like I'm at that point where okay, my wrist hurts. Okay, that's fine, but like who knows when something else is going to happen? So a way for me to prevent a potential injury is being a little bit more flexible. In terms of the amount of time to spend in each stretch, if you're aiming for flexibility, I believe 30 seconds is a good amount. I've heard some people going a minute and above, but I don't really know the science behind doing a stretch any longer than 30 seconds. I know that a lot of people will stick to 15, and that's what they like to do. And it is important to take a break in between stretches because I'm pretty sure at a certain point it can almost be detrimental to your body or at least not as effective. So you can kind of think of it like doing your own workout, right? You're working out, you're stretching, and then you're resting, and then you're stretching again, so your muscles don't get fatigued. And don't get it twisted, guys. You will feel soreness sometimes, depending on the intensity of a stretching session. But I'm pretty sure you want to go into the feeling of a stretch, but not into pain, is also what I've heard, right? little funny word nociception, which talks about pain receptors and all that boring science stuff you guys don't really care about. Now, long story short, guys, I don't want to mess my nerves up. Okay, I don't want to make a big mistake in terms of overstretching, and either mess my nerves up or get an injury, guys. One of my worst injuries I've ever got was a hamstring injury. I didn't know hamstring injuries were so bad, but I was overstretching literally in a splits, and then the hamstring just said, you know what, no. And every time after that, bending and moving that leg was painful. Running, doing anything that involved the hams. So if you're somebody out there who currently has a hamstring injury or you've had one before, I feel you. Um, anyway, this stretch you see on screen right now, the one where I'm bending my knees, it's pretty important to me because I had injured my knee a few years ago doing a handstand, and I busted up. What was it? I can't even remember which leg it is. It's been so long. It cracks every time I bend it, so I'd probably remember if I just do that. But I fell over, and after that, the recovery is very long, and I don't know if it fully healed. I didn't get it checked out. Note to self, guys, if you have injuries, just get them checked out. Do the physio, do whatever you have to do. I've self-rehabbed about like 3 separate injuries, and I still do not know if they're properly dealt with. Anyhow, a bit more rambling. I'm back to the pancake stretch again, um, and I try and stretch further and further on each set, and I find that it's not really doing all that much. I tried opening up my hips a little bit more. I tried reaching out. I can't really get much done. I kind of just give up on trying to move any further into the stretch and just focus on holding in that one position and feeling that light stretch on my inner thigh. Anyway, that is pretty much about it. You can see a couple of the movements that I ended up doing for the day. And yeah, take care. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.